Oyez, oyez, oyez. The Honorable, the Supreme Court of Texas, and the Honorable, the Court of Criminal Appeals of Texas. All persons having business before these honorable courts are admonished to draw near and give their attention, for the courts are now sitting. God save the state of Texas and these honorable courts.
Thank you. Please be seated. I'm Nathan Heck, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Texas.
And I am Barbara Hervey. I am the Senior Judge of the Court of Criminal Appeals, here on behalf of our presiding judge, Sharon Keller. The Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals welcome you. Our two courts convene in this special joint session to celebrate the 525 women and men who have passed the February bar examination.
All of us honor these men and women, lawyers at last. This ceremony is a time for rejoicing for them, their wives, husbands, parents, children, and yes, their creditors. The ceremony will be short, but I trust meaningful. We will hear from the President of the State Bar of Texas, the President of the Texas Young Lawyers Association, and to give the response for your class, the person who scored highest on the bar exam.
Before we hear from them, we want to acknowledge the representatives of the Texas law schools who have joined us today. They honor us and you with their presence. Would you all please stand and be recognized, and please give them a round of applause.
This ceremony would not be possible without the hard work and dedication of our staff, the State Bar of Texas, and the Board of Law Examiners. We thank all of you for making this ceremony a success. Would you please stand and be recognized? Let's give them a round of applause. In Texas, all lawyers are members of the State Bar. I now call upon Sylvia Berunda Firth, President of the State Bar of Texas, to welcome each of you into the legal profession. President Firth.
Thank you, Justice Heck. Good morning. On behalf of the nearly 109,000 lawyers licensed to practice law in the state of Texas, I welcome you to the profession. By taking the oath today, you become a member of a noble profession, and it is a momentous occasion. I'm really honored to be a small part of your special day, but I hope you take a little moment to take note of all that you have accomplished and to celebrate just a little bit. Today is the culmination of a dream, lots of hard work and determination, and you deserve to be very proud. To the parents, spouses, significant others, family and friends that were there to support your new lawyer along the way, congratulations to you. You deserve a round of applause. During my time as president of the State Bar, I've spent a considerable amount of time speaking to law students who are just starting down this path that you finished. I've encouraged them to seek out mentors to help provide advice and to guide them on this amazing adventure. As you begin your careers, I encourage you to look for mentors again. At this stage in your career, look for lawyers who inspire you, who can help you progress, and always remember that you yourself are an inspiration to someone. So please take a moment to not only look for those who can help you, but to look for the people that you might inspire and help. It's your turn to pay it forward. And I will tell you this, never underestimate the power of somebody seeing somebody who looks like them or comes from a similar background achieve a goal or in a leadership position. Trust me, it's inspirational. So please, when you have the opportunity, take the time to mentor the next generation of lawyers. You're the promising new leaders of our profession, and the State Bar wants you to know that we're here to help you to prepare not only to be a success in your career, but to assume leadership at the State Bar. You're a valued member, and we want you to be involved. We need lawyers from all around the state, from different practice groups and from different backgrounds to help us to govern the legal profession, and we invite you to be a part of the process. So this time I'd like to remind you a little bit about what the bar is about. The mission of the State Bar is to support the administration of the legal system, assure all citizens equal access to justice, foster high standards of ethical conduct for lawyers, enable its members to better serve the clients and the public, educate the public about the rule of law, and promote diversity in the administration of justice and the practice of law. The State Bar leadership and the staff are always working hard to generate programs and initiatives that will support lawyers in their lives and practices, and also to improve the quality of legal services in our state. In order to help you in your career and life, the bar offers a number of services and member benefits, and I encourage you to take the time to go to the State Bar website and get familiar with them, but here's a few highlights. We provide free legal research through FastCase, a career center where you can post your resume and search for open positions, a free ethics hotline when you need advice on your ethical obligations as a lawyer, new business leads through the Lawyer Referral and Information Service, online law practice management tools through the State Bar Practice website, and many other useful programs. I encourage you to join a State Bar section to network with your peers and to take part in mentorship and pro bono opportunities to help us to advance the cause of equal justice for all citizens. And there's one program that I really want to highlight for you all today. I'm hoping it's not the first time you've heard about it, but I want to remind you about the Texas Lawyer Assistance Program. We call it TLAP. It helps lawyers, judges, and law students experiencing mental health and substance use issues. TLAP is strictly confidential, and that includes crisis counseling, referrals, peer assistance, and general welfare and wellness guides for Texas lawyers to help us to deal with the stress and maintain a healthy lifestyle. So if there's one thing I want you to take away from here today, it is that help is available. The practice of law can be stressful, but you're not alone, and we're there to help you. So visit tlaphelps.org. We're very proud to welcome you as Texas lawyers. We're with you now, and we will be with you through the duration of your career. Congratulations, and God bless each and every one of you.
Thank you, President Firth, and thanks to the State Bar for helping to instill high standards of professionalism in Texas lawyers. Texas has an extraordinarily active, nationally acclaimed association of young lawyers. And here to welcome you as new attorneys is Janine Novosad Rispoli, President of the Texas Young Lawyers Association. President Rispoli.
Thank you, Chief Justice. Even though it's been about a decade since I was sitting in your seat, I still remember how excited I was to start the profession, to leave school for the last time, hopefully. But I also don't remember what anybody said, so I'm going to try and keep this quick. TYLA is the public service arm of the State Bar of Texas. Our primary purposes are to facilitate the administration of justice for all, foster respect for the law, and advance the rule of the legal profession in serving the public. I have the most heartfelt appreciation for the trust TYLA members have placed in me. I've been deeply grateful for this extraordinary opportunity to serve you. Our website is tyla.org. I could sit here for a week and tell you all of the different projects on there and how passionate we have been about each one, but I'm going to bullet point a few. One of our projects that we are so proud of, and that I hope that each of you will be inspired by it and comforted by it, it is our Attorney Wellness Hub. And we've worked with TLAP and various other mental health professionals and lawyers telling you about their experience. It's one of those websites, every time I go to it, I find something new, something really, really helpful. So I hope you'll go there. We have podcasts. We have 10-Minute Mentor podcasts, Young Gunner podcasts. We have Iconic Women podcasts. For all of our RBG fans out there, we have Iconic Women in Legal History, highlighting the women that have gone first, that have inspired us, and that have gone up the ladder and pulled other women with them. I do have to say, two of my favorite projects we did this year. We have a civility website called Civility for All, and we have just outstanding speakers on there. We were very honored to have several of our Texas judges, including our Supreme Court justices, involved in that. We also are trying to start Civility Young, so we have Civility for All for young attorneys, for educators to teach children. Sandra Day O'Connor said, "We don't accomplish anything in this world alone, and whatever happens is the result of the whole tapestry of one's life and all the weavings of individual threads from one to another that create something." In my life, I've seen firsthand this beautiful tapestry, and 35 years ago, this state bar gave me my very first gift, actually this month. A gift bigger and more valuable to me than anything. The legal system in Texas gave me a family. They gave me my mom, who is the best birthday gift I could ever have. Thank you, Mom. I remember hearing about my adoption, about the judges and the lawyers that were involved, and I knew this was the profession I wanted to join one day because of that. I hope that I will be everything that you've taught me to be, Mom, a strong, compassionate woman. In the foreword that she wrote for Justice Scalia's book, Scalia Speaks, late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg said this: "If our friendship encourages others to appreciate that some very good people have ideas with which we disagree, and that despite differences, people of goodwill can pull together for the well-being of the institutions we serve and our country, I will be overjoyed, as I am confident Justice Scalia would be." In my experience with the State Bar and with TYLA, I have seen people of goodwill pull together for the well-being of Texas lawyers, including each of you, and all Texans. It's been an incredible journey. I am very honored for this opportunity to be here as you start your journey. To each of you, TYLA values you, we are inspired by you, and we are strengthened by all of the gifts that you bring to our profession. So don't hesitate to reach out to me and any other TYLA board member. Each district in Texas has a director that you can call at tyla.org, and I hope you will reach out. I know that you will be an entire new journey for us in TYLA. And just to end with, you are automatically a member of TYLA. You don't have to do anything, so you're stuck with us. Thank you.
Thank you, President Rispoli, and thanks to the Texas Young Lawyers Association for its service to the bar and to the public. It is customary for the person who made the highest score on the bar examination to respond for your class. Before I introduce her, I will recognize the two persons who received the third and second highest scores. The third highest score was Olivia Scher, a 2019 graduate of Tulane University School of Law. Ms. Scher? The second highest score was Evan Alexander Barr, a 2020 graduate of Southwestern Law School in Los Angeles. I think Mr. Barr could not be here this morning. And then the highest score was posted by a 2017 graduate of Southern Methodist University School of Law, Hannah E. Schaas. Ms. Schaas, you may respond for your class. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Schaas.
Thank you, Chief Justice Hecht, all the justices and judges here today, the members of the Texas State Bar, the Board of Law Examiners. Thank you to all the wonderful friends and family who are celebrating with us this morning. It is an honor to be in this company. Like most people in my shoes before me, I am standing here because I gravely miscalculated the amount of time I should spend studying for a pass-fail exam. And so this morning, according to Texas tradition, my fellow top scorers, Ethan and Olivia and I, are being publicly shamed for overstudying. But while I'm here, I want to congratulate everyone who is being sworn in this morning. We have worked so hard and made a lot of sacrifices. There are no real shortcuts on this road, and I'm just so proud of all of us for getting to this place today. I also want to thank the people who made it possible for me to be here. My extraordinary, brilliant husband, Jeff, who has been heroically picking up my slack at home despite the substantial demands of his own career. My sweet little ones, my son Archie and my daughter Ryan, who make everything we do worthwhile. My mom, who is my best girlfriend and confidant. My dad, who inspired me to go to law school. My mother and father-in-law, who have treated me like their own daughter from day one. And my noisy crew of brothers and sisters-in-law, who are my dear friends. You all are my heart, and I would be nowhere without you, so thank you. I think it's customary to wrap up with some words of wisdom. I probably shouldn't venture any of my own, because if I were really wise, I would have studied a lot less and I wouldn't be here. So instead, I'll tell you something my dad told me that I love. He said, "Sweetheart, every bit of success that I can point to in my life, I have because I'm standing on the shoulders of the people who came before me and held me up." And he was talking about his family, in particular, I think his parents, who worked really hard their whole lives so my dad and his brothers could go to college. But I think that applies to a lot of people in my life and in our lives. It applies to our friends and family who love and support us, our law school professors, classmates, our professional mentors, fellow lawyers, people who may not know who we are, but who have inspired us along the way, people who work tirelessly behind the scenes to get us to this point. We are surely standing on all their shoulders, and for that, I think we owe them a lot of gratitude. And with that gratitude comes a sense of responsibility in my mind. We have a responsibility to each other as fellow lawyers to practice with professionalism and civility all the time in our dealings with each other, to look out for each other's mental health and well-being in this stressful profession, and just to help each other along wherever, whenever we can. Responsibility to our clients to advocate fiercely for them in whatever area of law we practice, because they're the reason we get to practice law. And finally, to our communities, to fight against injustice and inequality where we find it, and to actively work to create better access to justice, better access to our legal system for the vulnerable people in our communities who truly need it. So with that, congratulations again, everyone. We are almost Texas lawyers, y'all. Thank you again.
Thank you, Ms. Schaas. We have come to the moment for which you have been waiting. Ms. Barbara Ellis from the Board of Law Examiners will present to the court a list of the successful examinees. Ms. Ellis?
May it please the courts. Mr. Chief Justice, Madam Presiding Judge, and members of the courts, as of this date, the persons whose names are on the list I am presenting have successfully passed the July 2022 Texas bar exam and have completed all other requirements for licensing in the rules governing admission to the Bar of Texas. May I approach the bench?
Please. Thank you very much. It's now my privilege to administer to you the lawyer's oath. The first part of the oath is very old and has been taken by every lawyer in Texas. With it, you swear to do three things: to support the United States and Texas constitutions, to honestly demean yourselves in the practice of the law, and to discharge your duties to your clients to the best of your ability. In 2015, the 84th legislature added a fourth part to the oath: that you will conduct yourselves with integrity and civility in dealing and communicating with the court and all parties. While this has always been part of the lawyer's responsibility, the words have been added to solemnize the Texas lawyer's dedication to these ideals affirmed in the Texas Lawyer's Creed. I charge you to recall in all your practice the words of the oath you take today. You should repeat them after me, stating your name where I state mine. You may choose to substitute affirm for the word swear and to omit the last line. Please stand and raise your right hands. I, Nathan Heck, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and of this state, that I will honestly demean myself in the practice of the law, that I will discharge my duties to my clients to the best of my ability, and that I will conduct myself with integrity and civility in dealing and communicating with the court and all parties. So help me God. Congratulations. Congratulations to each of you. We are proud to welcome you into the profession. The State Bar will provide refreshments for you, your family, and friends immediately following these ceremonies on level 3, which is the next level up. Information booths have been set up by the State Bar to explain the many services available to you. From this day forward, you are the voice and the instrument for the rule of law. Whether you are prosecuting or defending an individual charged with transgressions against society, representing a party in a civil dispute, drafting a contract, a deed, or a will, or giving other legal counsel to a client, everything you do contributes to a republic in which the rights to life, liberty, and property have displaced reliance on class, heredity, wealth, and military might. You, therefore, have a special responsibility, not only to those you represent, but to our profession and to this great experiment in democracy. I hope your practice will be meaningful and that, in the words of the great Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes, you will live greatly in the law. Congratulations again on this milestone, and thanks to everyone for joining us in this happy celebration. This special session of the Supreme Court of Texas and the Court of Criminal Appeals of Texas is now concluded, and the clerk will adjourn the court.
All rise. Oyez, oyez, oyez. The Honorable, the Supreme Court of Texas, and the Honorable, the Court of Criminal Appeals of Texas, now stand adjourned. Congratulations to you all. Let the celebration begin.